What's happening, Shredder Nation? Welcome to the ERShred official 2023 launch call. I am Coach Jesse, and I am joined tonight with Cheif Shreducator Heather Seeker-Leonard. I am also joined with another member of our board, Susan Rothman, holistic nurse, herbalist, traditional naturopath. And we just wanted to jump in here real quick to light you guys up a little bit, get a little fire in your tushies, because we are ready to go on the biggest ERShred to date. Hundreds and hundreds of people are signed up. They raised their hand. They said yes to themselves. And we just wanted to jump in here to give you guys some tips and tricks, give you guys a little bit of motivation, and wish you all the very, very best. We already know that if you just follow along, we're going to be celebrating the living boop out of you in 11 days from now. So without further ado, we want to make sure that we respect your time. I'm going to turn it over to my sister from another mister, our own holistic nurse, Susan Rothman, and she's going to kick us off. Susan?
Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, we're also excited. And of course, you can feel the excitement throughout the community for this shred. This is going to be the biggest shred we've ever done. Of course, it's a new year as well. I also want to point out I did a little soft launch today. There's a recording in the group for you all. And we just want to get you set up for success. Heather's going to follow me, and she's going to tell you how to navigate this group, and Jesse will close us out. But navigating the group is so key because everything's here, people. Everything's here for you. And a lot of love and hours and sweat went into that. So we're doing the shred. Some of you are going to be doing the baseline 11 day with the 2 cleanse days at the beginning, 2 cleanse days at the end. And then we also have people who are doing steak and shake. So it's a very eclectic community. We have people that are doing maintenance shreds, people doing baseline shreds. So I just want to put that out there because for new people, you can always go to the guides to see where you're supposed to do, see where you're supposed to be. And yes, we do have a lot of no's, but the reason that is we want to get you to a baseline. And the only way to get there is to pull all food culprits. And you can get that whether you're doing steak and shake or you're doing the cleansing. So we've opened that up. The flexibility is there for you. And just a few key things, we don't beat ourselves up in ERShred. If you go off, we're humans. Have a sense of humor about it. Please bring you to the community. Your questions, your quirks, your wins, your excitement, whether you have a recipe, whatever it might be, we want you here and present, just like we are here and present. So I hope for many of you, if you're new, you'll find a home here. We've got quite a bit going on. The other thing that's one of the biggest things, especially for our women, but it's across the board, is we're not on a diet here. Eat. Make sure you're satisfied. Don't worry about it. The fuel we're using, your body absolutely uses. And it will actually, protein lights the fire for your metabolism. So fuel that. And if you're hungry, eat. There's no caloric restriction. Pay attention to your body. If you're satisfied, stop. And if you're hungry an hour later, just keep pacing that throughout the day, because for some of us, our metabolism is going to rev. The other thing I wanted to mention, again, back to the community. So as people go through this, and I'm going to take it back historical, and John Anderson, our founder, our legacy founder, we were the world leader in nutritional cleansing. So I just want to speak to that in a minute. So this is a detox. And whether you are doing the reset days and you're doing the intermittent fasting, or you're pacing protein, protein fuels your metabolism. Protein fuels cellular energy. When you fuel cellular energy, detoxification pathways open naturally. So there may be some glitches. There may be changes in bowel patterns, diarrhea, or constipation. You may have a headache. All these things pass quickly, and there are tips and tricks in the group for all of it. You can search all of it. Heather's going to tell you how to do that. We actually have, if you search poop or constipation, even shit, it's all there. It's all there. So you guys, seriously. So that's basically what I want to go through. This is Inspiration Central, so we want you to show up. Remind your people as you get excited and you invite them to the group to answer those questions, because that's a real thing. I don't know what that's about, but people can't seem to follow directions. But we're not going to do that. We're going to follow directions in the Shred community. Get yourself prepared, do your manual. I actually posted, if you search shopping list, my post on that will come up. I mentioned what I do this morning as well. I keep it really, really simple. So with that, you guys are going to do amazing. For those of you that are new, welcome. We're so excited for you, because we know that how you came here is going to be different. It's going to be different in a very short amount of time. And just know that when you wake up and you're like, what the heck is going on here, that you can go into the guides and it's going to explain it to you. So, curiosity is a wonderful thing. It keeps you young. So I'm going to turn it over to Heather, and she's going to walk us through the tips and how to navigate this community. That's fast.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan. And I love that. And I love that you acknowledge that in the ERShred community, we are real. There is no thing as TMI. This is a safe space to talk about your reality. So we do search things like poop. I remember I even did a post about my menstrual cycle to inform women that this is okay. Like, we're open to that. So how do you find all of that stuff? You will see Jessie shared my phone screen. So I tried to project a phone because we're usually on a mobile device for this. And I know Facebook, or Bookface as I like to call it, because it doesn't like me, looks different on a mobile device than on a computer. So I thought being on a mobile device would be better. The biggest thing you're going to want to know are these 3 lines in the upper left-hand corner, because that's where you go for the guides. And a lot of you are asking where to find that. You will see there's a screenshot for the guides that I posted, but it's all here. And the guides are broken down sequentially of your journey. But when you're in this space, it doesn't always show you all of the posts at once. So if you see guide 1, welcome to the guides, it says see all 6 posts. Somebody's commented they couldn't find everything. Well, you have to click that to expand to see the rest of the guides as part of guide 1, where you have your manual and your welcome video and your grocery list. That's all there. Guide 2 is when you're getting started, about incubating your shakes, and about, can I add, Jesse's favorite video right there, can I add? Nope. And he will tell you why. Because, we are East Coast people. We are real people. We call it like it is, and we're going to be direct. So I'm just going to say that up front, that being in Northeastern Connecticut, that's where I am housed. I call it like it is. But I am also an educator, and I teach 7th and 8th grade, and that's why these are all organized and sequential in your process of your journey. This, to me, is our curriculum that you're going to want to follow. So all of that stuff is in there. Something else people struggle with on this journey as you're starting, because it is so different, is mindset. Mindset is guide 5. One of my favorite videos to lead people to is guide 5, and it's Susan, her road to empowerment video, about how our road is going to narrow. And that's what's happening in these 11 days. So I strongly encourage you to go into this guide if you are struggling with your mindset and getting your mind in the game, because honestly, that's going to be your most powerful muscle throughout this 11 days is mindset. If you are looking for natural solutions, Susan also brings us a ton of content in guide 8, and that is the holistic corner. I just scrolled by guide 7. There's resources. So if people are worried about you because we are not eating the conventional way that they have been told by social media and doctors who don't do nutritional training, because that's not what they need to become a physician, Here are documentaries and books that are going to support the lifestyle that we're doing. So grab them, read them, learn more. I learned by showing up in this community, and then by listening to Susan and Jesse, I started reading some of these books as they're being recommended. And as more people find more books, more resources go into this area. So those are the guides. Something else that was mentioned already in this call is recipes. Everyone's like, well, what do I eat? I don't want to eat a steak every day. I'm sorry. I like to be simple. Throwing a ribeye in a cast iron pan or on the grill is my simple go-to, so I don't have to think hard. But under those same 3 dots in the left-hand side, below guides, it says events, and then it says albums. In the albums, we have meat meals that we have confirmed are all 11-day approved because they are made out of recipes from our book, our manual, book. And then we also have snack ideas because you should be eating. So yes, while it doesn't say exactly what your snack is more real food. And so it might just be a smaller portion of real food, but we have an album dedicated to that. If you want to know some of the key people to go to, we have an album of our hearts. Those are people who are long-term shredders who are here and committed to this community. They're in there as well. I started to build some tutorials around the grocery stores that I go to, and the labels that are shred approved that I've already done the research on. These are the labels I recommend when I shop this store or when I shop this store. It's in there. So we have so many tools for you. And then, as Susan said, we have this wonderful magnifying glass in the upper right-hand corner. And we search serious things. I can type in the word shit, and I will get you a video from Sean Escobar talking about loose stools and how it's normal. It's part of the process. I can go in here and search cholesterol, and while we do not treat, cure, or prevent, you can see people's real stories with disclaimers. You can see articles. There's a great video that Sharon Pesky posted about the reality around cholesterol and why people freak out, but there's more information to it than we actually dig into. So those are your biggest resources. As you are bringing people into this community, we know these tools are here and not everybody is on social media. So I took care of that too. Go to ERShred.com. At the top, you will see coaching guides, and everything that is in the guides on Facebook is also on ERShred.com, because we know not everybody is here, but we don't shred alone. We have the questions to protect our community and to get people in there. And then if we see people are struggling, the admins and the moderators of this community can do a search and figure out who that person was introduced to and help reconnect them if needed to make sure that they're supporting. So we are always here to answer your questions as a community. But if you need something a little more personal, you really want to connect with the person that brought you. And if they don't know, they're going to help because they probably know the person in the community who has the answers to support, because you are never shredding alone. The tools are there. A lot of us are going to guide you to that because there is empowerment when you find the answer for yourself. And I do this with my students and they get annoyed with me, but then the message sticks a lot better because they did the work to find the answer and then the answer sticks. So when you see check guide 2, check guide 3, use the search bar. You might see that and you might feel that as a little bit of tough love, but I promise you, by telling you how to use the tools, we are empowering you to take control. And then when you learn to take that control, you can find your answers. So I want to kick it over to Coach Jesse, who has helped me show up and learn all of this information. And then I just figure out ways to edit him and organize him in the guides.
You are so good at that too. Man, she cleans my shit up nice. I'm so thankful for you guys. Come on. Come on, look at what you have at your disposal. I still pinch myself every single day. And I'm like, I have been doing this for over 20 plus years. You got Susan, who's been doing this longer. And I mean, that's just not even like a fraction of the tip. Then you got Heather with all the organization. You got people like Sharon, who just got mentioned. She's an RN. We have so many other people. The community is almost at 30,000. I just want to tell you that so you understand and appreciate just what you have at your fingertips. Because I know that there's so many of you that are here right now, and you've been on this journey for so long. You have tried so many things, and I just need you to know that as long as you buckle up, as long as you follow along, as long as you use the guides, as long as you show up every single day for yourself, for the community. That's why it's there. That's our number one thing. It's our pride and joy. All of you, the community is epic, and it's all there for you. Do me a favor real quick, grab a pen, grab a notebook, grab your phone. I always want to give you the 3 foundational pillars of ERShred. I just need you to hammer this. This is all I need you to do. You ready? Protein is non-negotiable. You must get your protein in. Susan touched on it, and she is so right. She is so right. So right that I refuse to argue, not even a breath of air anymore out of my lungs. I do not argue with people that fight this with me. I'm like, listen, dude, listen, lady. There is way too much meta-analysis research, way too much credible research to argue this. 0.8 to even 1.3, depending upon your goals, grams of protein per pound of body weight, per pound of ideal body weight. Jesse, what the hell does that mean? If you are 300 pounds, 300 grams is excessive. What is your ideal body weight? So your ideal body weight might be 185, might be 190. That's your goal. Number 2, hydration. It is crucial. Amped hydrate is not a like, oh, I think I should drink it today. Hell no. It is a mandatory, put that in your body. And I'm going to tell you why. If you've ever done something where you tried to go lower carb, which again is scientifically proven to be one of the best ways to fuel the human body, and we can argue that until you're blue in the face. I don't care. I'll sit here. I got all night to argue and lots of credible research to back it. Okay. Hydration. You will feel like donkey dong if you don't get your hydration, specifically your electrolytes. Your body is going to dump the stored sodium inside of it. And if you don't replace that, if you are scared of salt, if you are scared of quality salt, if you are scared I'm getting too much in. One, I'm going to tell you that you've been very, very gravely lied to, and you should go watch a documentary immediately, a real documentary that doesn't have backing of some food company behind it. We have that in the guides. Heather just showed it to you. If you don't put this in your body, you are going to experience unpleasant side effects. So I'm just going to warn you. I'm going to be real with you. Drink it, for crying out loud. I have a challenge. I need you to wake up first thing in the morning and literally drink 20 to 24 ounces of water, electrolytes, water mixed with lemon, a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. I don't care how you get it, but get it in your body. Why? Because your cells are going to throw a freaking New Year's party like you've never seen, like you've never experienced. Right, Susan? Like it lights you up. That's number 2. Number 3, I need you to somehow, some way, some shape, some form, move your ass daily. You got to move your ass daily. We are not designed to be sedentary, and we are in a crisis. The world is so sedentary. People can't even, like I tried to put a TV back on a wall with a guy today, and I had to like call in reinforcements. I'm like, dude, it's a brand new TV. You know, like those things are? Like he couldn't walk up the ladder. He was younger than me. Our bodies will rust from the inside out. They will rust from the inside out. Now, Jesse, I have a lot of weight to lose. My leg hurts. My thing is broken. I've had this surgery. You notice how I did not say you need to go to the gym and beat yourself up like the video of me and Sean. That's not what I said. I said some way, shape, or form, please find a way to move your ass. Whether that means you're sitting in a chair and you're extending your leg and pulling it back in. Whether that means you're sitting in a chair and you're doing arm raises and you're doing crosses and you're doing the bounce that I shared with you the other day in the video. You're stimulating your lymph system. You're exciting your body. You're activating things inside. We are human beings, right? So we got the nutrition down. You're fueling for peak performance. You got to put a little bit of movement in that. And depending upon your level should be the level of where you're pushing. And you really want to be able to push yourself. Okay. So that's that. Now, real quick to close this out, and we're going to end this quick. I just want to remind you guys of a couple quick things. Okay. I really, really implore you to think about why you said yes. Why are you here? Why are you starting on January 16th? But I think more importantly than the why, I think you need to know what it is you're looking for. What specifically are you looking for? What are you looking to accomplish? Get laser focused on exactly what it is that you're looking to do and what you seek to accomplish at the end of 11 days. At the end of 11 days. Why did you pause? Because I need you to understand it's 11 days. One, you can do anything for 11 days. So suck it up, buttercup. That's part of it. And the other thing is what are your real expectations? What are your real expectations? Some people come to me and they say, Jesse, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to make $1 million. I say, great. When do you want to do that? They say, tomorrow. I go, what the hell is wrong with you? You're unrealistic. If you have been on a journey of self-sabotage and a journey of beating yourself up for the last 20 years, can we please just be realistic? Yes, you are going to have amazing things happen in 11 days. No doubt. I mean, come on, look at the group for crying out loud. Again, I'm not going to argue that. It's a waste of my breath. Like, there's too many transformations and testimonials at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, Susan and I talk about, we're so sound in where we stand today in this profession. Like, we don't have time. I'm just going to be nice. But we don't have time for idiots. I won't be nice. Okay. Anyways, get laser focused. Okay. And when I say laser focused, I want you to think specifically, what are 3 things? What are 3 things that I am hoping for? Well, I really hope that I can kick my craving for sugar. I need you to be that specific. Why do you want to kick your craving for sugar? Now the why is important. What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? That is the scientific way to set goals. I have been setting goals wrong my entire life. And I've just learned this, right? Stay tuned. I'll bring more to that to you real soon, okay? But specifically, what are you looking for and why do you want to accomplish it? Be honest with yourself. Right now is not the time to be Superman or Superwoman. Now is not the time for that. Now is the time to really get in tune with yourself, empower yourself, understand what it is that you're going for. Cool? Really just be real with yourself. If you don't set expectations, this is really important. If you don't set expectations for what you are looking for, what you are looking to accomplish, and you find yourself comparing yourself to somebody else, you, my friend, have already set yourself up to fail. Oh my God, did I spend so much time doing that? Please, for the love of my sanity, do not compare yourself to anybody else in this group. Every single person is going through a different lifestyle. Every single person is going through something else in their life. You never know what that person's going through. You never know where that person's come from. If you compare yourself to me, somebody who's been doing this for over 20 years consistently, that is not a fair comparison to you. You understand? The only person that matters is you. Compare yourself to you and only you. And just depending upon where you are in your journey, realize that anything new is always going to feel hard at first. Anything new is always going to feel hard. And Susan already told you that, or Heather told you, whatever. Maybe they both told you. It's okay that it's going to suck for a day. It's okay. Like, suck it up. Seriously. Like, put on your big girl panties. Put on your big boy pants. put on your shit kickers, and trudge through the mud. You can do hard things. I promise you, as a human being, I have proven and tested the limits. All these stupid races I do, right? Who the hell signs up for 100 miles? I promise you, you don't stop. You just keep going. I thought I was going to die. Do you know how many times I thought I was going to die and be left in the middle of like the woods somewhere? I'm still here talking to you. You can do hard things. People do hard things. Tap into this group. Find the inspiration, not the comparison. Show up every day. Get specific. Follow the system. And I promise you, my friend, I promise you, with all my heart and soul, without a doubt in my mind, I promise you we will be celebrating all of your wins by the end of 11 days. We seriously hope that you all crush it. We hope you destroy it. We are here for you. We're rooting for you. We're cheering for you. And we know that you're going to smash it. We know you're going to smash it. So kick ass. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.